everybody. What y'all doing tonight? Listen, I got a surprise for you all. I am sitting here with Mikey Jay, two-time Grammy nominee. Mikey Jay has been a music producer. He's been an artist, and now he is a film producer. And his production company is Anye Film Group, right? Am I right?
You're right.
And I am so pleased to have Mike sit with me and tell his story. I am like just so excited. I've been knowing him for years, seeing him for years, doing stuff. So now I get the pleasure to sit down and listen to your story. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. I am so pleased. So tell me, you've been on this journey for a very, very long time, because I used to see you when I was running around with Conrad and Clarissa and Jeff and that whole Alicia Keys thing, you know. What have you been doing? First of all, how did you start? How did you get into the music industry? Or into
I would say that I've always had one foot in the industry and one foot out.
Mm-hmm.
Running around with my brother Fat Joe, my Terror Squad family.
Okay.
My cousin Diamond D from Digging in the Crates. So, you know, I'm the youngest of everyone.
Okay.
And, you know, going to the gyms and all the other stuff, growing up in the projects, the music was always there, but I just chose a different path for a little while. And then God said, okay, enough of the games, enough of your path. Now you're going to take mine.
Okay.
So
yeah.
And from there, it's been a great journey. From all the accolades to the notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of everything that I've accomplished in the music industry, the thing that I keep near and dear to my heart are the schools that I'm a benefactor for. And me speaking to the youth about gun violence and drugs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right, because you the school that I work at, you came in and you were the keynote speaker one year, and that was great.
Mm-hmm.
And kids, they respond to that. You know, that was really great.
Yeah.
Where did you go with that? And was it in the Bronx?
Oh, I was born in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
But I was brought right home to the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
And I was raised in between the Lower East Side, the Bronx, and Harlem, because my grandmother, she didn't want my mother on public assistance. So my grandmother and my Aunt Tracy, they actually had a big hand in my upbringing while my mom worked.
Wow.
So I had the best of all three, the best of both boroughs. But Harlem's a borough in its own. So
yeah,
I would say 3. Yeah.
Yeah, Harlem is its own thing. So when did you, do you remember, like, when did you decide, like, okay, this is it, today's the day, I'm doing music? When did you decide?
Wow. In full transparency?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The day that a certain individual passed me something in front of my lady.
Okay.
You know, I used to run narcotics city to city, state to state.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing. I was you know, real heavy in the street game.
Mm-hmm.
And she never knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was cloak and dagger with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was cloak and dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets in the car, he passed me the brick, and I'm like, oh God, no, he just didn't. She didn't speak to me for months, but she didn't leave me. And that was it. That was it for me, you know. So I just went full-fledged into the music. I got my first deal in 2009 with Universal.
Okay.
And that was a 3-year situation with Universal Bungalow Records.
Okay.
I was there, LaToya Jackson. I mean, you name it. It was a great label to be on. And then I went from there to EMI.
Mm-hmm.
I was there with Alanis Morissette, Mobb Deep, Saigon, and quite a few other artists. And then I did the transition over to Sony, because Sony had purchased EMI at that time. So I went to Sony, and then Def Jam put out distribution outlets, and I took advantage of it.
Okay.
I took
Okay.
advantage of it.
Oh yeah, you really been around. I know I've been seeing you for years. I'm like, I've been seeing Mikey J for years. So what did you get nominated for? What Grammy did what song?
I worked on a song with Sting, and I worked on a project with Kelly Clarkson, her
Okay.
first project that she got nominated for.
Wow.
And that's by way of Burt Podell.
Oh, Burt Podell. Wow, you
Yeah.
really been around. And
But I
go ahead.
make you laugh though.
Hmm.
The first deal I was about to sign was with it would have been with MBK.
With Jeff. Okay.
Cause I forgot who brought me down. Cause it was right across the street from the 4040 Club, the office. And I'm upstairs, and Jeff and Conrad is there. Clarissa wasn't there. And Mike Mills was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was already, percolating and bubbling. I like, nah, I think I'd rather have that dude take advantage of that situation, So I backed out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. And Alicia Keys was there. It was great, but that's a great family, man. That's a great family.
That is a great family. That is a great. I learned so much from them. I was under Conrad. I learned so much. I was around with the Alicia Keys thing. I was around when, and I told this story before, people are upset. And I was around when they did Amazora with Destiny's Child. I met Beyonce. I met Alicia Keys in the studio. Just amazing. That is a good family. Conrad and Clarissa, they are, they're just love. I learned a lot from them. Those are some really good years when I was around them,
Yeah.
That really good years. I can't say. I could go on and on about the Robinsons, and their mom, the late great Miss Robinson, she was just, you walk into their home and their home was your home. I don't think they
Yeah.
ever turned anybody away from their home. Like they were just, that's just how they are. Hopefully
Yeah.
she moved. Hopefully I'll be able to go see her soon, because we talked a long time the other day. But that's great, Mike. That's so now present day, you got a whole lot of different stuff going on. I want to hear about what you got going on now.
Well, I've been utilizing my musical status to finally get behind the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot my films.
Mm-hmm.
So being an investor of film for 11 and a half years,
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe 12 years now, I just say, you know what? I gave it my first go ahead in 2013.
Okay.
It came out okay, but it wasn't to my liking.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't to my standards. You can't have all these accolades and put out something mediocre, So I kept going at it. I learned more. And now fast forward, I'm happy. I'm not even content. I'm just happy to say that I have 3 films completed, one getting completed with the next week and a half, 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and 8 more to shoot next year, God willing.
Oh, wow. That is
So,
your films that's completed. Where can people see them at? Where are they out? What platform are they on?
Chill Pill is out now. They can see Chill Pill at AIGNE
Okay.
filmgroup.com on my website.
Okay. Okay.
Amazon Prime in about another month.
Okay.
The situation is I have the nationwide theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Mr. George McCready and Mr. Ira Miller. I gotta thank them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally name drop my people, but you gotta thank the blessing that God gave you. You gotta acknowledge them people. And I have theaters, but unfortunately, due to COVID-19, I couldn't put them out to theaters. And I wasn't going to release anything this year.
Okay.
Anything. I didn't think it would be fair, because I had a conversation with someone, and he was like, yo, you should put something out. Everybody home stuck. That's foul. Why would I want to take advantage of someone's grief,
Mm-hmm.
someone's bad situation. Being stuck at home for COVID-19 is not nothing good.
Mm-mm.
So I said, I'm going to put out Chill Pill, so I can put a smile and a laughter in people's hearts and faces.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. Oh my goodness. And that's gonna
So
be out on Prime, right?
right now they can see it at AIGNE
Oh yeah, right.
filmgroup.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, AnyeFilmGroup.com. They can check it out right now. My next film is Time Matters. That's set to be released this year.
Okay.
Keys and Cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Colorblind, February 12th.
Yes, colorblind. Okay. Oh my God,
Yeah.
so exciting. So what did you really learn, if you don't mind explaining, from the first film that you made to now? What was some of the key things? Because I, know a lot of guys that's doing film producers, and they're just starting first production. What did you learn? What was some key things that you learned?
Audio,
Mm-hmm.
lighting. I don't like artificial light. That's just me. I like natural light. I love natural light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like makeup on women.
Mm-hmm.
I like to catch women in their natural habitat. A lot of black women, even some Caucasian and Latino women, they have natural
Beauty.
a natural radiance
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
about them. They don't need makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to stay away from the same shot twice. Get different shots. Get different angles. Think outside the box. Be different. Dare to be different. Don't shoot like him. Don't shoot like her. Shoot like yourself. Be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow the trend. Just because somebody's making a horror movie this year, you don't gotta follow that. You do something different. So for myself, I'm very meticulous as to how I shoot, what I shoot, and when I shoot.
Okay.
And who I shoot with.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the greatest actor on the planet, but if something is telling me there's just something that it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be.
Right. If you don't have
So
the chemistry is important.
yeah. So for myself, lighting is very important. My camera angles, my audio. Thank God with technology, even if the audio doesn't come out crisp, with the technology nowadays, a dope editor and sound man can make the audio come out great.
Yeah, yeah. I figured that. Thank God, right? The things have
Yeah,
changed, got a little easier, because
yeah,
I've seen films like, from before, having producer, and everything is good, but the sound be like whoop. But now you could
yeah.
fix that up. Well, that
Even one of the most important things I tell my actors, I tell my talent, when they ask me, well, what do I expect of them? I tell them, go for your Oscar. Whether it's your acting, whether it's your dialogue or your wardrobe,
right.
go for your Oscar. And that's it for me with them.
I get it. Now, if somebody like a young artist or old artist or someone that's looking to, say, pursue their acting career or something, or do you do casting calls for your productions?
I do. And it's ironic that you just brought that up, because I just had a production meeting with my executive team,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them I would no longer hold casting calls, because I'd rather have somebody refer somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because with a casting call, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a gamble.
Yeah.
You might get somebody with issues, I've been through it. Trust me, woo, I've
Yeah.
been through it.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me kind of leery of having casting calls, but I still do casting calls
Mm-hmm.
for my films. I still do it.
Right. People don't realize that that's another side that's brutal. Because I was telling you earlier before we recorded that, I used to take acting, and I was part of the Negro Ensemble. And it was brutal going in to read. And it was brutal because
Yeah.
I was referred. I was referred by someone. They had saw me in a little play, and I was referred. But when I went in for the whole call, I mean, people were so cold, and I was so new to it, that I was just new to it. I was new to that industry, and I didn't realize, like, oh my God, people were nasty, like, just like don't even want to sit next to you. But let me tell you, I proved myself. When I got
Mhm.
my script down packed, they wanted to hang out with me, go out to eat with me afterwards. They wanted, but it was so, I never forget how cold it was. And I got to think, Brashawn Shaw. She is now she's a motivational speaker. She just like grabs towards me, and she like encouraged me. But it would have made you like just want to run out the door. People were so
Yeah.
nasty. So yeah, I get it. You don't know what you. And then these people, they were people that maybe did commercials. They weren't like famous, but you would have thought they were like. I mean, they just wouldn't want to talk to you.
You know what it is? A lot of the actors, they have this thing where they have the Messiah complex. I don't owe you anything. I've given you the platform and the opportunity.
Mhm.
I don't owe you anything more than that.
Mhm.
So a lot of them feel like, oh, yeah, I just killed this scene. I'm doing this movie, and they get too comfortable. They get a little bit too comfortable, and once they get too comfortable, and you allow them to get too comfortable, the respect level is gone. The respect is gone. So now they think that, you're their homie, you're their brother, you're their people. Nah, when I'm behind that camera, I'm not your brother, I'm not your uncle, I'm not your nephew, I'm not your homie, your friend. I'm your director and your producer, your writer.
Yep.
So, I try to explain that to people. When we off camera, then we can laugh and joke all day. But behind that camera, nah, we got a job to do.
Yeah, and they got to respect your position. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but it scared me from the industry. It was a whole lot of other things, but it was yeah, it was a little.
People get offended. They get offended like, oh, yo, Mikey J. See, that's the problem.
Mhm.
That's the problem. You can't separate the two.
Mhm.
I don't go in looking to make friends, whatever. I'm very family orientated.
Mhm.
If it happens, it happens. But I can't have that much accessibility to me
Mhm.
because people get too comfortable and think they could just show up when they want to show up,
Mhm.
do what they want to do. So I have to draw a line. I have to set boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in anything. I think, especially to when it's professional stuff, you have to set boundaries because people then they don't respect. If they get too close to you, too familiar, sometimes they forget to respect your position. It's your film. It's you're doing it. I am so happy. I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait to tonight. I'll probably watch your movie. Just if I don't watch it tonight, it'll be the weekend because I'm trying to do this going to bed early stuff. It ain't working for me. I'm up to 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, you gotta get your sleep. But I
And actually,
mhm.
I want you to wait to see Chill Pill because I'm doing a director's cut.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually I'm gonna do a re-release on the director's cut. So I'll let you know when.
Hmm. And that's so interesting that you were around Fat Joe, and then when Big
All
Pun,
my life.
yeah.
All my
You know,
life.
let me tell you, Big Pun. I used to work in a school and do like talent shows with Conrad and them. I think Conrad and them, I was with them. And Big Pun promised me to come to this school and do a show, like even speak to the kids. He promised. So I kept talking to his wife, everything. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. Well, the word got out. The auditorium was jam packed. The police department came. The fighter. They wanted to shut me down, and he never showed up.
Well,
He
come on
recorded.
to school on Fox Street.
No, no, no. This is was on East Tremont on West Farm,
Oh, okay.
and
All right.
he didn't show up. But thank God because it was so many people. And then like a year later, I saw him at BBQs in the Bronx, and he was like, "Mom, whatever you do, I'm there. You don't even have to, all you have to do is just call me. I'm sorry. I couldn't make, cause the kids, like, I think one of his sons went to the school. And so the kids were like, the buzz was out. They were like waiting for him. He was like, whatever you do. And that was the last time I saw him. He was sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Like because I was like, you know what you did, and he was like, "Man, you got me." You know, it's so crazy how things, things come around. I think I met Fat Joe one time too, and I was in a store or something, because he used to live in Forest, I think, and
Yeah.
yeah. But it's so crazy that how history, and you're still in the game, and you're doing your stuff in the game, and you evolved in the game, and it's just a beautiful thing. I have this platform for artists to come on to tell their story, to encourage other artists. Because sometimes people have dreams and they want to follow them, but they don't know anyone that followed that went that path. And so when they hear the story, maybe it encouraged people to say, let me try and follow.
I tell all the aspiring rappers, singers, actors, directors, and producers, you got to go out there and you have to do your due diligence, but you cannot do your due diligence without faith and prayer.
Yeah.
You have to include God and Christ in everything you do. Yep. Everybody, at a point, people thought it was Fat Joe that put me on, and it wasn't. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of the advice that I asked of Joey, Diamond, my cousin Percy, Amor, whoever. I was asking for consultation and advice. I never asked to be put on because it wouldn't have been fair to them to give me a handout. And I knew the struggle. I knew the struggle Joey had. I knew the struggle Diamond had, everybody else to get out. So why would I want something handed to me when I want to know what that struggle feels like? Mm-hmm. I want to know what that struggle feels like. So, running around with Joey all them years, it wasn't me running around with Fat Joe the rapper. I was running around with Fat Joe, my brother.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm from 1020, he from 1000. Mm-hmm. I speak to his mom regularly. She always checks up on me through Facebook or any other forms of communication. Mm-hmm. His brother, it's just an honor and a blessing to still have that relationship with Joey. Right. Outside of music. We could talk about stuff outside of music, mm-hmm. and that feels great. So even when somebody meet me, they be like, yo, that I know, it feels good to have a conversation about old stuff.
Yeah.
That we know, and not talk about music and film all day. Mm-hmm. So it's just a blessing to be a mainstream hip-hop artist, mm-hmm. With longevity, with the status, but at the end of the day, it also feels great to be treated like a regular person, Mm-hmm. So I just use my platform to bless other people, put other people in position. I don't ask for nothing in return. Mm-hmm. And if it's reciprocated, great. If it's not, more power to them. Cause I know God got me. People gonna say what they want to say about people. They talked about Jesus Christ, and that's how I live my life. Everybody's gonna talk about you in ways that you least expect, or in some ways that you don't want them to. But at the end of the day, they talked about Jesus Christ, and that's how you gotta walk, with your head high.
Yeah, it's like, who are you? They talked about Jesus Christ. I get it. I get it. This and whenever you're doing something, you gotta know that as much as you have people that support you, you have haters too. Life, and I'm like you. I walk with God. I know His plan for me, and that's what I do, But Mikey, I got Samantha calling me on the phone because it's our 8:00 session, and you know what I'm talking about. So I want to thank you. I am honored that you came on my show. I am just, I am so honored that the love, and I always repeat this, and I have to always repeat it, in our neighborhoods we grew up in, the light is always shine so negative, and there's negative things that do happen, but those negative things are minor to the major beautiful things that happen. It's some beautiful things that came out of our neighborhood. There's some beautiful things, and I need to show that. I need to show that this is what came from Forrest or Lambert or whatever, because it's real. The kids need to believe in stuff. The kids need to see it, and they need to know that, okay, we can do this, because everything is not bad and everything is not doomed. You watch the news, they killing each other. Everybody's not killing each other. So, and then I'm not dismissing like we don't have issues, because we do have issues, and every neighborhood has issues. My neighborhood up here have issues. Everybody have issues, but we need to just showcase the good stuff, the love, the people that's productive, that's doing things, you know, it's very, very important, you know.
And I'll make it real quick. I'll make it real quick. You know, I pay it forward. You know, I've done thousands of interviews, mainstream interviews, cable network or cable access, small platforms, medium platforms, huge platforms. For me, it's not about the platform. It's what the person with the platform is doing with it. And I support you. Like I said the other day, I support you as a queen. What you're doing is productive, it's positive, and you're being your brother's keeper and you're paying it forward. And it's only right that no matter how big an artist get, you always come back and you pay it forward to those who are aspiring to get in that position that you're at. And I could not, I'll be a sucker if I would have said no, and I'm sucker free.
Thank you. I love it. I love it.
I'm honored that you asked me.
Yes.
To be
I was like, I got to give Mikey Jay. I got to give. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, because I am just starting out and, you know, you have a lot of people that, you know, they'll be like, well, I'm not doing interviews. You know, like I had a guy that's not even, you know, he told me, well, I charge $75. I said, well, I'm not really making any money off this show. Like YouTube is not paying me. You know, I'm barely making a quota of subscribers. But
can I say something?
Can
I say something real quick? First and foremost, no one gets paid to do an interview, and no one gets paid to give an interview. So whoever said that, kick him to the curb.
Yeah, I did. I was like, and he was a brother, and I was just, yo, King, what you doing? I love what you're doing. Can you come on my show and just explain to people your business and what you're doing, how you moving? He was like, yeah, but I charge $75 for 30 minutes. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to say. I was like, it's okay. Because you know what, that's his path. Maybe that's what he feels. I was like, but I'm just here to spread some love. You got a business, you know, maybe you feel because you have so many followers and, you know, I don't know. But anyway, that's just life. And I'm sure once I said it to him like that, I was like, no, it's okay. It was a learning experience for him too. Like, come on, brother, really? You know, it's not that serious.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mike. And we will talk. And I will keep update. I will bring the audience every time I come on and like I get new stuff about your show because I'm sure people are going to be interested and want to watch it and see what's going on with your movie. And you know, I feel honored to have you, and this was just a really nice interview, and I'm so glad that.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. Oh, to your audience, anyone that wants to be in a film, AIGNE filmcasting@yahoo.com.
Okay. And I'm going to put everything in the links, people, so you can just check it all out in the links. On that note, thank you, Mike, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.